This is Cresso, and this is part 68 of the Human Journal. How to deal with a jackass part of consciousness. Yeah, this is I know this journal is obviously a little different than the previous parts. You know, the subtitle's a little bit long, but you know, I'm inspired to do this part. And you know, this is not just a journal for myself, but it's for anybody that's listening and that could connect to the things that I'm sharing. You know, consciousness is many things. And consciousness is not one way that a lot of people know. And I did express in my other audio in the past that consciousness is a multi-personality. You know, consciousness is not limited into one way. I do know the truth that the core part of consciousness is love, peace, joy, bliss. That's the core, that's the strength of consciousness. And everybody that knows this, that there are a higher part of consciousness, there's a lower part of consciousness. But specifically when you deal with you know, when you deal with a part of yourself that's acting like a complete jackass, how to deal with that? You know, and it's not just dealing with people that act like a complete jackass, but yourself. You're dealing with the mind, the garbage in your head. You know, you want to do something, you have a lot of, you know, dreams and goals, whatever you want to do in your life, but we are our own worst enemy. Now, dealing with our mind is one thing, because we have to mold our ego on a day-to-day basis. It takes work. It does. It takes determination, willpower to mold your ego into your liking. But dealing with people, you know, it's a little bit different. It is, even though people, you know, they are consciousness, you know. That's the thing about it. You know, dealing with people can definitely be a challenge. There's so many different personalities out there, okay? And you know, there are some people, they'll look at you, right? They have a perfectionist way about them. So they'll see something about you and they see some fault in you, and they're going to try to, you know, either ridicule you or just come out and bash you, you know, for whatever reason. And I do that to myself. I could be very perfectionist, you know. I could be very perfectionist. I could be very critical of myself. It's the ego. But my heart, I have so many good things to do, to share to my fellow man, you know. But again, the ego and people, you know, it's pretty much just about almost the same thing. I did emphasize that the human body is the mind. Whether a lot of people that listen to this audio, whether you agree or not, it is proven, if you really look at yourself and look at the personalities and stuff, how the stuff that how you act towards one another, it matches. It matches the garbage in your own head. And I just illustrated that I could be a perfectionist. I could be a real douchebag to my own self. Yeah. I mean, I'm just telling everybody the real. But you actually said, why do we do that to ourselves? Why are we being a complete jackass to our own selves? I mean, what's the benefit? Well, the benefit is that, you know, it is a spiritual walk. And you're basically rediscovering your full potential. When you decide to play the low part of consciousness, you're not really seeing the bigger picture of who you really are. A lot of people will focus on the most pettiest, retarded, dumbest thing. But these things are designed for a reason. There's no accidents. You know, the brilliance of consciousness is that consciousness will allow fault to be displayed among people, for example. That's the brilliant thing about consciousness. And it's about the mastery of how to deal with the jackass part of yourself. How to deal with that, you know? It does take mastery. It just takes determination, the willpower to, again, explore your true potential. Now, if somebody is, whatever you're doing and you have great intentions for people, but then somebody's seeing fault in you and a lot of people don't appreciate what you do, do the reverse psychology. Do reverse psychology. Just tell people that, thank you for appreciating for the things that I do. I'm so glad that you're not so egotistic and you're not a perfectionist, and that you see the great things I'm doing. I really appreciate it. It's a nice, gentle way of saying fuck off. Yeah, and you can do that to your own head. When your own head becomes so critical and cannot see the best of you, just basically be gentle with yourself. But put in a nice, gentle way of just, a gentle way of saying fuck off. Or you could just tell someone bluntly to go fuck off. But, I think sometimes, it's good to explore that you want to be at peace with yourself, but you want to play with the ego. Don't let the ego play with you. You play with the ego. You just basically reverse psychology. So yeah, don't let your own head deter you from whatever you want to do, good things in life, and don't allow people, anybody, I don't care who they are, don't allow anybody to deter you that you are great and that you are brilliant. Remember, the brilliance of consciousness is that consciousness will allow fault on purpose. Okay, everything is designed for a reason. There's no mistakes. Consciousness is many things. Okay, and I know a lot of people and some people in certain groups look at consciousness. For example, people in a New Age group, they'll look at consciousness in a one way, and consciousness is not one way. Consciousness is a multi-personality. So remember, when you look at yourself and you see yourself criticizing you, that you don't see anything good about you, just do the reverse, play reverse psychology in yourself. I know a lot of people that knows this or hear about this method does it anyway. But I just want to do a short journal about it, of how to deal with people and even yourself, that when you act like a jackass. So, and remember who you really are, everybody. You are much more greater than your own mind to understand you. And that goes for anybody else that don't see you for who you really are. Okay, everybody, until then, I will be back for part 69. Take care.